It is a flirty and fragrant morning on this, the sessiest day of the week, Wednesday. And that means it's time to get inquisitive, curious even, as to why we do things, who we want to do them with, and when we'll let those people do that to us. So go ahead, all rise, because another Sessi is in session. Ask me your questions. The sessiest state is the state of compassionate inquiry. And I believe the capital city is Pleasure Town. Yes. Longer than an oh my, and just short of hey, it's too sore to ever use again. While I find men and women in blue very sassy, I do not think cops are sassy, just walking around being like, don't do that or I'll put you in handcuffs. Actually, now I think cops are very sassy. The sassiest accent is speaking to your lover in an authentic and caring voice. The second sassiest accent sounds like this. I'ma wanna touch it. I'ma need to get up on it in a bit. I think of light spanking a lot. Like a lot. Why? What do you need? 68 is a lovely temperature. You tell me. Yes, in 3 ways. 1, you physically do too much and strain your parts. 2, you think it's sassy to wear a lot of cool hats, and then you end up wearing so many hats you become the hat guy. And 3, someone takes your hat. Neither. Do not let your pet define your sexuality. While it may be wonderful to watch something that can lick its own butthole all day, you are not that. Find someone to lick your butthole. My top 5 in order are... Please? Now. Beep! Without a doubt, Canadian. This is a maple leaf, which comes from maple trees, from whence comes maple syrup. And how do you get sweet syrup out of a maple tree? That's right, you tap it. Very sassy. Lights at half. Dark enough to hide flaws, but bright enough to see a nipple. I would take the sheets off, no obstructions, and put on something with a bit of a beat, a rhythm to work off of, like... My initial reaction is immediately. The tenderness one's lover would take around the recently sutured flesh sounds pretty sensual to me. That said, I am not a doctor anymore. Sandalwood, jasmine, thyme, new tennis balls, a freshly scratch, dirty kisses, flat hair, a bit of tar, liquid soap, bar soap, a landfill that you don't have to go to, a clean truck, finding a pencil shaving and Queen's Parmesan, a freshly dog-eared page, found grass, sipped Kool-Aid, large girls, hire a party clown. Then put a knife to his throat and tell your spouse, babe, I love you so much, I will kill for you. You say the word and I will open this pig up. Very spicy. I recommend you step out onto the busiest street corner around, find the prettiest looking person and say, hey, which way will get me into trouble? And when they point in that direction, you say, well, aren't you coming? When sassy gets messy, you know you're doing it right. There is nothing clean about passion and vulnerability, opening each other's cupboards and letting things fall where they may. That said, remember to wipe it down. Nothing worse than day-old sassy. Few things are sassier than a thunderstorm. Dark, foreboding clouds hiding highly attractive particles that when they come together, go boom. Remember though, always use protection in a storm so you don't get the thunderclap. No. In my experience, every edible undie has tasted like bad fruit roll-up and then flatted onto my tongue for the remainder of the sess. My advice is to do sets and foods separately. Remember that with every layer of cloth we add, that is another Sessi obstacle for our lovers to overcome. And who doesn't love an obstacle course? It's like American Ninja Warrior, but here the prize is you. Is there anything Sessi about taking on $100,000 worth of debt in order to get education that is already on YouTube? Maybe not. But there are also few things hotter than doing it in a twin bed while your roommates in a low-cost triple are still asleep. Counter question, is your dog neutered? The secret is oral. Just go straight to doing oral.